Hi, how's life? Today is the 1st of April 2020. Finally, we are in the month of April, although who the hell knows how long this is going to take. We might still be in self-isolation for another few months, like nobody knows. But at least we've done March now, you know, that month is over and done with. I actually hate wishing time away, and I'm not really wishing time away. I'm just like kind of glad there's a new month to look forward to. Not that there's much to be doing in April apart from staying at home. Jokes aside, I honestly feel very lucky. Like I keep going through these motions of like, some days I'm like, what the hell is this? Today I'm feeling lucky because think about it, we just need to stay home. That's all we've been asked to do, and I know that's hard and it's tough, and for a lot of people they have so many other things to worry about and stresses and stuff. I think everyone does to some degree. I can't imagine anyone finding this situation easy. You know, it's going to be tough for everyone. The situation is so extreme that we're all going to be struggling with it to some degree, and I understand that for some people it's very hard. You know, they might have, like I said, lost their jobs, be worried about their rent and money and issues like that, like worried about people that they love. Like, I get it, it's a hard time. I'm not going to like try and pretend that it's not hard. But compared to people that are literally risking their lives every single day to save people, healthcare professionals, doctors, nurses, anyone who works in a hospital, you know, even the people that kind of, I don't know, I guess just help with the cleaning of the hospital, and just literally anyone who works in a hospital, as well as other people who are currently still working, supermarket people, post office, I'm guessing some banks are open, I don't know, basically anyone who still has to work not from home, you know, outside of their home. Teachers, some of them are still doing their job like in schools. I can't even imagine like how difficult and stressed they must be on top of what they normally feeling. They also have to like go out and still do what they need to do, and probably like more of it. It's just funny, like it's just like the balance, it's just, oh my god, it's just insane, you know. Like a lot of us, or the majority of us, are just not doing anything, and then everybody else is doing stuff, and like I want to be doing more, but what can we do, really? You know, the best we can do is just to stay home and do our small part in trying to help the country and the world, really. Lord have all the mercy. What was I going to talk about? I filmed a video a few hours ago. That's going to go on my main channel tomorrow. That felt good. It was nice. It felt productive. It was actually really lovely because it was a video idea that I had back when this first started about 10 days ago, and I asked a lot of my viewers to like send me memories from Disney and stuff that they've had, and I could like react to them, and I was so overwhelmed by the amount of emails that I got and memories, but I still managed to react to a lot of them, and I'm going to do another video soon. And it was just nice. It was a nice kind of 45 minutes of me filming, because it really took my mind off things, and it was a beautiful time, like thinking back to other people's memories and seeing their memories and like reading them, and it was good. Walked past my brother's room earlier. Like, his room's on the other side of the house, so I don't really go to it or see it much, just don't feel the need. And I was just walking past to go to the spare room to get something from there, and I literally like stopped. Like, it was hilarious. I was like, oh my god, your room is like empty. He's been trying to kind of have a spring break and clean his room. Like that's kind of what he's been focusing on for the past week or so, which is what I should be doing as well. And like, his room is really tidy now, and his room's not even as bad as mine, but it was like he's got rid of so much stuff. He hasn't actually properly got rid of them. I think a lot of the, like, he's just put them in boxes, and they're in my dad's car now, because a lot of places like charity shops and stuff unfortunately are closed now, so we're just kind of waiting to be able to give his stuff, I guess, to people and whatever. But at least they're not in his room. Like, I got a bit jealous, I'm not gonna lie. I told him, mate, you've inspired me, I'm gonna have to start on my room soon. And I actually asked him, I was like, please, can you help me? You know, I'm happy if you want to help me. So that was kind of inspiring. It was good to see that he managed to do that. Obviously his is like, his was never as bad as mine anyway, but he still managed to make it nice. Yeah, food is a hilarious situation in our house every day, because we're not getting takeaway. We're just not, like, just to be safe, you know. I know a lot of takeaway places, not a lot of them, but some takeaway places are still open around us. I think especially some local restaurants are, like, I feel like a lot of like big restaurant chains have had to close, and some kind of smaller businesses are still open. I know that, like, I keep getting texts from Pizza Hut almost every single day asking me to order from them, and I really want to, because I want to support these places, but number one, like, it's out of the question, because my mom just doesn't want us to. She's too scared, she's too paranoid, and she just doesn't want to risk it. Obviously living with my parents in their house, I'm gonna have to respect that, so it's out of the question. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to because my mum doesn't want me to. But also, like, I kind of get it. I do get it. There is a risk. It's a risk that, like, some people might be willing to take and some people might not want to take. I feel like if I was living on my own, or if it was just me and my brother living, like two younger people, I know that this virus can definitely affect younger people as well. And there's been a number of young people, you know, even as young as like the age of 13, who have died from this virus. So it's not like it's only older people getting it, but chances for younger people are obviously less of struggling too much from it, you know. So I feel like if it was just me and my brother, I probably would risk getting a takeaway every now and again still, but obviously you can't now with my mum and dad and stuff. It's not even about, like, I think, yeah, you know, you could get it, and I think I understand, from my understanding, a lot of takeaway places have been really careful, extra careful now. Like, they don't even properly deliver it to your hands. Like, they kind of, I think, ring the doorbell and like leave the food there, and then they leave, and that's when you go and pick it up, kind of thing. So it's incredible what they're doing to try and still keep it going. And again, shout out to delivery drivers as well, like people who deliver stuff. Well, like, it's honestly so nice that people, you know, these people are still doing that. But I think there will always be that risk of, like, you know, whoever cooked the food could have the virus, you know. And I kind of know that I'm not saying they're not being careful. Like, I get it, people will be careful, of course, especially in these situations. If somebody doesn't feel like healthy or doesn't, like, feels a bit ill, they probably won't be going to the kitchen to their restaurant to cook that day, or they might just decide to self-isolate. I trust that. I'm not saying people don't do that, but there are so many cases that don't even show symptoms. So there could be people in these kind of restaurants and kitchens cooking food who actually have the virus and therefore are able to transmit the virus, and they don't even know about it. And, you know, they might take all the precautions possible. They'll probably be wearing gloves, they'll probably have washed their hands many times, all of that. But it could, because they've got it, the virus could literally just be somewhere on the surface, you know, of where they're cooking, because it can stay on surfaces for like up to 4 or 5 days, I've heard. So it could just be somewhere. And then I understand that when you cook food, especially if it's like hot food, I mean, from my understanding, from what I've read, I'm not, like, obviously an expert, but from what I've read, from what scientists and doctors say, like, the oil in cooking, the hot oil, when you use hot oil, basically, when you try and cook any kind of food, it should kill the virus. Like, it's more or less impossible for the virus to have survived it, the process of making food. But what about afterwards? You know, I'm not saying this could have happened before the food is made, but like, once the food is then cooked and ready to go, if anyone in the kitchen has the virus and they just don't know about it, it could easily then, the virus could just kind of get stuck on, like, the top of the food. Do you know what I mean? Like, the chicken, I'm just making an example, the chicken might already be made and everything is fine, and the chef who cooked it feels okay, they don't feel like they've got this virus, and then, I don't know, they do actually have it and they just don't know it because they're not showing symptoms, and then suddenly some of these viruses end up on top of the the chicken on top of the chicken that is now cooked, so it's no longer, you know, gonna be like used in oil or anything, as in it's not going to be heated extremely against the point of the virus then being killed again, because now it's on there. Could end up on the surfaces of the container of where the food is going to be put. And yes, you can obviously clean the surface once you get your food and clean it and stuff, but it's just, I don't know, I just can't, there is that risk, you know. And obviously my mum doesn't want me to do it. I probably would have done it because I'm just a risk taker generally, and I feel like I could have just done with eating takeaway at least once a week still and supporting businesses as well, but can't do it at the moment, which means obviously I've been struggling a little bit with foods to eat. My mum's been quite good for she's been cooking quite a bit, bless her. Yeah, she's cooked a lot of food in the past couple of weeks of us being indoors, but it's mainly been her. Like, I don't know, I can't cook very well, and like today I just went in my kitchen and I was like, what can I have for dinner today? Like, I ended up having some tuna with just like a tuna sandwich, tuna mayo and some bread. It was lovely, you know. I don't want to complain. Like, my life is phenomenal compared to a lot of other people. I mean, phenomenal might be a bit of an exaggeration, but it's a great life. I'm very, very, very privileged. I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. I think it's interesting because everyone in society, everyone in the world, whatever level, or whatever they were used to, whatever kind of level of normalcy that they were used to, has now kind of been stripped down a little bit. So like, for instance, on a regular basis before this pandemic happened, I would probably eat out maybe once a week, and I would then get a Deliveroo or like an Uber Eats to my house maybe twice a week. So about 3 times a week I would eat food from outside. Food that I hadn't made, you know, it was out made in restaurants. Sometimes 4 times a week. And the other times I would probably just get like a sandwich from Pret or something, you know. I like understand this is a very privileged life that I was leading, but yeah, maybe like only once or twice a week I might have to think, okay, let's just make something at home, and quite often that thing would just be eggs, like, yeah, scrambled eggs or something very, very simple. But now I have to think of like more than just once or twice a week as to what to cook. And like I said, my parents obviously are helping, and I'm not saying I'm starving, but it's also not fair on them to constantly have to cook, and sometimes they might cook something that I like isn't necessarily something that I would eat or enjoy, and we have very like different eating patterns because they're eating like normal, but I only eat once a day, so I need that one meal to be like kind of, it needs to have a lot of protein in it and stuff, because otherwise it's not good to only eat once a day if you're just going to eat crap. So it's just a bit complicated, but it's fine. It's just the least of my problems, to be honest. Lord have mercy, I started watching Tiger King, which is a series on Netflix, last night. Literally started watching it at like 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. after having just finished another show on Netflix called Unorthodox. Fantastic show, really, really good show. I'm not saying it's a perfect show, but it's a really great series. It's very interesting to learn about that branch of, I don't know, Judaism, I guess, and very good acting. But yeah, I started watching Tiger King. I didn't think I was going to get into it at all, but like, whoa, the show is insane. The show is absolutely insane, and it's a documentary, so it's based on real life. What the hell is this documentary? I've only got 2 episodes left to go, and like my mind is continuously blown. Like sometimes I forget that it's real because such crazy things happened, and I'm like, it's mental. It's an insane, whoa. My mind is blown. I might make a whole video about it on my main channel. But yeah, that has been my day today. Thank you for watching. It's about 9:20, so I'm gonna more or less slowly leave my room. Wow, how exciting. I'm gonna go on an adventure. I'm gonna leave and go to the living room and watch some more Netflix, probably with my parents for the night. See you tomorrow.